We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it. Set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Line 61. Matchbox White. Hey, Haywood. Check 49. And up.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Chargers.
Ready.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Hey, wahoo!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. Super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
And down inside the 15 he goes. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
It's a party now. It's a party now. No foul.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
All
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Slam.
Second and 9 now. Gonna throw right side here, complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Double time. Hey, let's go.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
It wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Jim. Heat these 2.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Check.
Now Roethlisberger. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, high 7.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Johnson, the intended target. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's complete. It's Gordon. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 7, Steelers 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
All right, now, 230. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
And the Steelers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
49 the mic, 149. It's our time. It's our time, guys.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Roethlisberger now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
36, 36.
Shift. Take both of them.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
2 times, 2 times. You got 3.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Roethlisberger steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All day, every day, any day. Check 13. Check 13.
These two.
Check 43.
Black and dirt.
A run for Nick Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Roethlisberger will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39, the 30, 20, 10, And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Touchdown, baby. I see you over there.
Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Roethlisberger, he's going to launch it for Washington. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to get this to Gordon. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Back to throw here. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Steelers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing on first first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Go now. 18 Gators. 54. 54. Get it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now he'll tuck it and run. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense is just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Steelers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Shedding the tackle.
That's it, we're going to work. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Mike spoke. I'm here.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Boswell's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got Gordon open, completes it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get
Hey, Echo.
You go tight.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.